Money in the bank. Money in the bank. Oh, what a clusterfuck this was. Man. Thank God for the last 3 matches on this show. Because at least those 3 matches delivered. Because the first half of the show was pure garbage. And you can blame one thing about the first hour and the second hour of the show, and that's the fucking referees. These referees need to get their eyes checked, or they need to get new referees altogether. Hell, borrow the referees from the fucking NFL. They're not doing anything right now. I mean, at least their officiating is a little bit better than WWE's officiating tonight. They had 2 matches or 3, or I can't even keep count how many matches the referees screwed up. But clearly, in the Rey Mysterio Samoa Joe match, which only lasted about over a minute and a half, Samoa Joe's shoulders were clearly up. You could clear as day, Samoa Joe's shoulders were up. In the steel cage match with The Miz and Shane McMahon, why was there a rope break in the cage match? What? Last time I checked, there's no rope breaks in the fucking steel cage match. Or any other match. There's no rope breaks in the steel cage match. No rope breaks in the Hell in a Cell match. Why in the hell are we having rope breaks in matches that are literally no DQ? Meaning anything goes. Meaning no countouts, no rope breaks, none of that shit. Why are we doing this in a steel cage match? And why are we having Miz look like a complete idiot and having Miz pretty much screwing himself over and having him lose the match for himself? Taking off his shirt, taking off Shane McMahon's shirt to the point that Shane McMahon was able to climb out of the cage and win the match. And hopefully this feud is over with. I highly doubt it is, but hopefully it's done for a little bit. But it's just referees. I mean, the end of don't get me started on the whole Becky Lynch and Lacey Evans match. That was what was the referee doing? Clearly, Lacey Evans had a pinfall. Lacey Evans had a 3 count right fucking there, but the referee was too busy looking for her Becky Lynch's shoulder being down, which they were. Her shoulders were down. He clearly couldn't make the 3 count right then and there, but he didn't. Instead, he just had Lacey Evans tap out just like that. Yeah, even though I'm happy that Lacey Evans is not the World Women's Champion. At least he could do is just give her a chance to win the championship instead of have her look stupid, even more stupid than she already is. Having her pin Becky Lynch and the referee then does the count for a 2 count or a 3 count. Like what the fuck? But the pay-per-view itself, it was meh. I mean, the women's ladder match, first match of the night. It was pretty okay, but it was pretty bossy. I mean, I could blame Mandy Rose for that. I could blame Carmelo for that. I could even blame big freaking Dana Brooke for that. If those 3 weren't in the match, maybe it would have been a little bit better. But thank God for Ember Moon making this match interesting with that sick ass Eclipse off the ladder on the outside of the ring to the ring. That was pure gold. That was awesome, and that was the only good thing coming out of this match that was worthy from Ember Moon. And the match itself was really that good, but the outcome was phenomenal. As Bayley becomes the 3rd woman to win the Women's Money in the Bank match, and I honestly didn't think they were gonna have her win the briefcase. I really didn't, because how they've been booking Bayley for the longest time. I never thought they would have her win the briefcase. That's why I picked Ember Moon win the whole thing, because I just picked some random chick to win the match. I didn't think they gonna have Bayley win the briefcase. So Bayley won. Bayley in the bank, Miss Money in the Bank, and it was a great feeling to have her win the briefcase. Even though I didn't see it coming, I'm glad that happened. Yeah, and by the way, the freaking eco-friendly Warriors were losing in the non-title match in the kickoff show against the Usos. Why? That's all I'm gonna say. Why? Next, you have, and I already talked about the Sandman Man match. I already talked about the Rey Mysterio match. Rey Mysterio becomes the United States champion for the first time ever, becoming a Grand Slam champion. He also got his ass kicked by Samoa Joe after the match, while Dominic was standing there looking on, seeing his daddy get his ass kicked. But I can't get mad. Women's Rey Mysterio, first time ever, he is the United States champion. Roman Reigns pretty much destroys Elias. Elias trying to get out of the arena as fast as possible, but Roman Reigns comes in, Superman punch, throws him in the ring, spear, 1, 2, 3, is over. That match lasted about like 9 seconds, 7 seconds. I mean, Roman Reigns didn't even bother to wear his vest. He wore a hoodie. It's like, we all know this match that lasts about like 10, 15 minutes, 50 seconds. How about I just come in there and just squash his ass? I don't need my fucking vest. I just come in there and just squash his ass. And I mean, I'm not mad about that being like 10 seconds. I mean, Roman Reigns squashes Elias. What more can I say about that? Speaking of squashing people, Lars Sullivan comes out and squashes the Loser House Party. It was supposed to be a impromptu 6-man tag. Why did you have that planned out? Why did you want to have a 6-man tag, an impromptu 6-man tag against a team that nobody cares about in the Loser House Party? Thank God, Lars Sullivan comes in and does a clean house, getting a huge gash on his forehead in the process. I mean, I don't know what happened. I didn't see how it happened, but I just saw Lars Sullivan covered in blood from his face to his forehead. I mean, I don't know how it happened, but Lars Sullivan destroying the Loose House Party, just clean the house. And then we get. I want to talk about the Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair match, because after Becky Lynch taps out Lacey Evans, Charlotte comes out. Lacey Evans and Charlotte attacked Becky Lynch before the match even starts between Becky and Charlotte, and it was a good match. I mean, it was a pretty good match. I mean, I'm not it wasn't spectacular by any means, but Charlotte Flair becomes the 9-time women's champion and bow down to the ring, I guess. I mean, I don't give a shit about Charlotte. I mean, she can talk about how she can have a different last name and she can still be the best wrestler in the world. How you doubt that? You're only in this position because your dad is Ric Flair and your last name is Flair. That's the only reason why you're in this position. Yeah, you're a good wrestler, but the only reason why you're in this position because of Ric Flair. But the popular night, the popular night had to be when Bayley comes in, catches in on Charlotte, and we have a new SmackDown Women's Champion in Bayley. And this is a great moment for Bayley. I mean, the place went bananas when Bayley cashed in her briefcase, becoming the SmackDown Women's Champion. She's the first woman ever to hold the NXT Women's Championship, the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships, and the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. First woman to do that ever, and I'm glad that she is the first one to do that. Not Sasha Banks, not Payne Wars, not Billy Kay. Bayley, the new SmackDown Women's Champion. Congratulations. Thank God that we don't need to see Charlotte Flair with his belt right now, because I think we got to see Charlotte win that belt once again off of Bayley, but I digress on that. Now let's get to the two championship matches. Universal Championship match: Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. Freaking great match, man. I mean, this was one of the matches that saved the show for the night. And these two, Rollins, AJ Styles, they had great. They always had great chemistry. I mean, the last time they met was 15 years ago in the ring, but it looked like these two never miss a beat against each other. A great spot between Styles and Rollins. Rollins get ready to go for the curve stomp, and Styles countered it with a sick a style class. And it's just, I can't say anything bad about this match. I mean, it's not a 5-star match, but it was a great match nonetheless. And as I predicted, Seth Rollins retained the Universal Championship. I believe they got saved AJ Styles winning the championship at SummerSlam, or might be a little bit longer than that. I get to that a little later. The next match, the WWE Championship match between Kofi Kingston and Kevin Owens. Kofi Kingston going at it alone. No Big E, no Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods we were watching in the back, and this match did not disappoint. I mean, Kofi Kingston, I honestly thought they could have him drop the title to Kevin Owens, because that's how dumb they are with people that when people have been holding the championship for a little amount of time, and people have no problem with that person, they end up just dropping the title with no hesitation. But I'm glad that he kept the belt, retained the belt against Kevin Owens here. It was a great match. He held his own against a guy like a great vicious wrestler like Kevin Owens. He held his own against him, and I'm glad that Kofi Kingston is still the WWE champion. And now we just wait to see who is going to be next challenger for Kofi Kingston. And then let's get to the main event, the last match of the night, the ladder match, Money in the Bank ladder match, to see who would be Mr. Money in the Bank. Got Baron Corbin, Ricochet, Finn Balor, Mustafa Ali, Drew McIntyre, Andrade Cien Almas, Randy Orton. Who else? I probably don't remember, but it's supposed to be those guys and Sami Zayn. But Sami Zayn got attacked by Braun Strowman and was unable to compete. So we were wondering who was going to be the replacement for Sami Zayn, because it wasn't going to be Braun Strowman. He got kicked out by Triple H, got escorted out of the building by Triple H. So the match itself was a car crash nonetheless. I mean, you have bodies flying everywhere. There's one spot where Andrade does a sunset flip off the ladder and to Finn Balor, and Finn Balor bounces off the ladder like a freaking basketball. It was brutal. I mean, it was a pretty decent ladder match. I mean, a lot of people can say that ladder matches like this, people like Baron Corbin or Randy Orton or even Drew McIntyre, not really that good, but they managed to deliver with the people that they have in this match. And the closing moment in this match, I never thought I was going to see this moment in my entire life. Brock Lesnar comes out. He's a replacement for Sami Zayn, cleans house, destroys everybody, and he is Mr. No. He is the Beast in the Bank. He is the winner of the Money in the Bank match, and he has an automatic shot at the Universal Championship anytime, any place, anywhere. And if I'm Seth Rollins, I'm pissing my pants. Because this is bad news for several months all around, or anyone who's holding the Universal Championship by the time Brock Lesnar cash in. And we all know that when I already know that Brock Lesnar cash in, it's gonna be automatic cash in, successful cash in. There's no way Brock Lesnar can fuck this up. Hell, he can cash in at the WWE Championship. I mean, he can do whatever he wants with the briefcase. He cashed in on Seth Rollins. He cashed in on Kofi Kingston. It doesn't matter. He brought fucking Lesnar. He can do whatever the fuck he wants with that briefcase. And whoever he cashed that briefcase on, you're a dead man. That's all I gotta say. You're a dead man. You're getting your ass to taking it. You gotta be taking your ass to Suplex City. You gotta take you to. Oh man, I can't even put in the word how I don't know if I could be if I should be pissed off or hype for the fact that he is Mr. Money in the Bank, but the fact that Brock Lesnar won the briefcase, I'm very curious of what's gonna happen next. If we're gonna going to be on Raw or SmackDown this week, but yeah, this is a shocking turn of events at Money in the Bank. Overall, I give Money in the Bank a 5.5. Kind of respective number, respective rating, but this show was pretty good. It was pretty decent to the last. It was very good the last 3 matches, because the first hour was just it was pure shit. I'm sorry, it was just the referees fucking up, bosses, shoulders clearly being up during the championship matches. It was just a big old clusterfuck like the first few matches, but the last three matches, Styles and Rollins, KO and Kofi, and the Money in the Bank ladder match, the men's ladder match, those 3 delivered, and it was great. It was 3 great matches all around, in my personal opinion. But let me know what you think about Money in the Bank down below in the comments. Like this video, subscribe for more, tap the bell so you do not miss any of my videos, and make sure you follow me on Twitter at MacRationist. Follow me on Instagram at MichaelDavis612. Also follow my guys, the PW Hustle crew follow the Professor Sabella crews at POF PW Hustle. Follow Billy Ray Valentine at Obi-Wan You Know Me. And follow my guy H.R. Brown at H.R.X. In the meantime, I'm Michael Davis, H.R. Black. I'm out.